I was walking on Canal. It was some sort of event, and I got jumped for wearing this hat. And started cursing at me, saying Trump hat, blah blah blah. And basically, one kid took my head and bashed it against the scaffolding pole. It all happened within 10 seconds. I jumped out, across the street, and called the cops. And this is my situation right now.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about what you just saw, which was 42-year-old Soho, Manhattan, New York art gallery owner Jahangir, aka John Turan, giving an interview to the press after he was attacked by 15 quote-unquote teens on Canal Street when he was on his way to a client meeting. Now, this whole thing about people wearing MAGA hats and conservatives being attacked is nothing new in this great country of ours. Unfortunately, I see it all the time, like Los Angeles, San Francisco, Bay Area, New York is a big one. A lot of these big liberal areas, it always happens. It's never the other way around. I mean, you go to Trump rallies. I mean, who's in there protesting? Like, nobody goes to a Joe Biden rally with a MAGA hat on protesting. You just don't see that. People in MAGA hats, people that support Trump, they're not going to just aggress upon you. I've not seen that. Now, some may say, what about Charlottesville? What about it? Okay, who was that guy anyway, number one? Number two, who did he actually hit? We don't know who was in that crowd. He rammed his car indiscriminately into a crowd of people. It could have been anybody. It could have been Trump supporters, Trump haters, people that supported the statue of Robert E. Lee that day on UVA's campus, and those that did not support the statue. It could have been anybody. It was more of an indiscriminate attack. But regardless of what, that's just one particular incident. There have been countless incidents of people in MAGA hats, people that are conservative being attacked, not even a race-specific thing. Obviously, Mr. Turan here is not a white male. That's pretty clear. I'm not really sure where he's from or where his family's from or whatever the case may be. I feel like I hear a New York accent, so he probably was born in America to maybe immigrant parents or something. Who knows? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. All these people see that go out there and attack is a MAGA hat. Now, I'm pretty sure it was black teens that beat him up, but I've seen, white women, black women, I mean, people from all different walks of life that just have this Trump derangement syndrome go out here and attack, okay? And if it's not a physical attack, the way Mr. Turan was attacked, it's an attack from the media, from music. I mean, you got songs called F Donald Trump that are allowed to play on the radio. It ain't nothing wrong. So when you got these 75 IQ teens out here talking about F Trump, and they beat him up, I mean, are you surprised? They've been fed a bunch of poison by music, by media, by those that are around them, by people in the area, and they just act on it. When I was in New York, what was that, last year when I went to YBLS? Was it YBLS I went to? I forget where I was going, but regardless, when I was in New York in the airport, in LaGuardia, I had on a MAGA hat. I'm getting all kind of stares from white liberals. I'm like, what's going on here? I felt like I was getting out from everybody. Some of the workers, black folks, white folks, everybody. It seems like the liberal mind state is that of violence. But for now, I digress. Mr. Turan did not want medical attention right there on the scene. And I think it's because his face wasn't as swollen as you saw in the video. Because right when it happened, if I could find the video, I'll place it on the screen before you. His face didn't look that bad. It probably was something that's broken in there that swelled up later. And then it became apparent, like, okay, I got to see a specialist. I got to see what's really going on. The police have not caught anybody. And I find that kind of hard to believe that you don't catch anybody. This happened at 6:30 p.m. We're in the summertime still, so it was not dark in New York. It's Manhattan. People are everywhere. So you can't find 15 teens to just beat up a man right there or, on Canal Street. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But regardless of what, these things are not uncommon. You go to Berkeley, California, Los Angeles, this is a normal thing. And if it's just not, like I said, if it's not an outright attack, you're talking about the media, music, weird stares, looks, people snickering and stuff in the background. One thing I noticed is that it has not happened too much in the South. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but if I am, let me know in the comments. But I think I'm right. In the South, people are more likely to have guns on them. Like where I'm at right now, everybody open carries. The race is unimportant. I see black, white, Asian, Hispanic. Everybody has a gun. Everybody open carries. Like Atlanta, especially, everyone has a gun. Okay. So you're less likely to just run up on somebody and hit them for no reason. You're not seeing a whole bunch of, just random mob attacks in certain parts of the country. People have guns and they're going to use it. And the laws are going to protect them. In certain places, if you use your gun to protect yourself, you may be in some serious jeopardy of going to the penitentiary for an extended period of time, or at least jail without being able to get out. And that can hurt you for a very long time in more ways than a few. But down here in the South, I mean, I've seen situations where somebody would shoot 3-4 people and not even go to jail. When I was in Virginia, a guy shot at 2 police officers and got off because he thought that it was a home invasion. Imagine if you were in California, New York, or something like that, you couldn't do it. So you have the laws that are right down here and the actual people being aware enough to arm themselves that will prevent a lot of these random attacks. Unfortunately, in New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, the gun laws aren't really there and people aren't really necessarily having the guns to protect themselves. But I think we had more of that all over the country. Attacks like what happened to Mr. Turan would not be as frequent. Every time I see an attack that's politically motivated in the U.S., it's always the left being the aggressor against the right. Always, 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 always. Let the media tell you it's the other way around. It's the MAGA hat wearers attacking people on the left, the poor innocent victims. The white supremacists always attacking the poor black person. It's always like that. People like Don Lemon and others, other networks, CNN, MS13, NBC, they always say that, if you're a conservative, you're a racist, you want to attack brown people, you want to put kids in cages, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, all we're trying to do is to protect ourselves and to protect our families and to protect our country. What's wrong with that? Any country, any person, any family want to do the same thing. So why are we incorrect, wrong for doing it? I think it's because we have a different political point of view. Okay, you always see these leftists with armed security, bodyguards, walls on their houses, all kind of advanced security systems on their personal possessions. But yet, when we want to have that for ourselves, oh no, you can't have that. Common folk, you can't have security. You can't protect yourself. Orange man bad, MAGA hat bad. And we're going to punt the message out there to a lot of people. So those who don't understand what's really going on, the bottom of the barrel IQ people, or the simply deranged high IQ people are going to go out there and attack in a variety of ways. What they have are drones. They have zombies that are going to be out there on the prowl looking for soft victims to attack. Not so much down here in the South, which is why we wear the MAGA hat, which is why we support the president, because he supports our right to defend ourselves, to protect ourselves, and to live life in a meaningful and prosperous way. So that's pretty much all I got. What say you? Do you think that the quote unquote teens were correct in attacking Mr. Turan? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. I can't see a real reason why it's okay to attack this man. He did not attack anybody first. He's minding his business on the way to a meeting and he gets randomly attacked out the blue by these miscreants of society. If you think that I'm correct, that they were not right to attack that man, let me know why in the comments below. And am I correct about the media wanting to portray one particular narrative? Your Jesse Smollett's of the world, they wanted to blow that up, make it be a big thing. MAGA hat wearers, white racists, white supremacists attack gay black man. They wanted to have that be the face of, right-wing violence and extremism, but it's just not the case. Same thing with the lady in Georgia talking about, the white man's home, look back to where I came from. That turned out to be nothing burger, a big fat lie as well. It's always hoaxes from the left that get blown up in the mainstream media until they find out to not be correct, and then they go away. But when the hoax blows up, the damage is done. People that don't really understand what's happening just look at that as an example and have it in the back of their mind. So then when they see the MAGA hat, that further prompts them to go out there and be on attack mode, which is really not safe for anybody in the country, especially those that are conservative people. But like I said, the proper solution here would be to have more rights, to be able to arm yourself, to be able to protect yourself so you won't be a victim in these kind of circumstances. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.